Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Collectors. Wow, that was a bit loud.
It was.
Well, that was the video that was on the side of the screen here. So I hit go and it still works. I had to bail out of it at the end. A little behind the scenes magic here because the end it goes the vinyl collection.
Oh,
throwback. That's a throwback intro right there. So I was switching on the fly and put in that Collectors full frame. Like it's quite the magic of production going on here. So anyways, hello everybody, welcome back. This is the Collectors, first one of 2023, I think. I'll be your moderator for today. My name is Bill. With me as always is Curtis over here, and we got Kevin, formerly buried on Mars. Now he's Canadian Music Adventures, and it's good to see everyone here. Thanks for joining us, guys. Curtis, good to see you.
It's good to be here, Bill. Thank you. Good to see you, Kevin. Happy New Year's, boys.
Yeah. Happy New Year to you, too. Before we get started, can I get serious for just a second?
Yes.
A millisecond. Well, what do I say? Our friend, Deke, who, as Scotch on the Rocks sometimes, and sometimes Thunder Bay Arena Rock, he had a little bit of a scare the other day. He had to go to the hospital because he had 100% blockage in one of the old arteries, and he didn't have a heart attack, so they caught it early enough. But he had to have stents put in and all that stuff. So he's in the hospital recovering right now. He feels like $1 million right now. It's kind of like that. Kevin Smith described the same thing when he had the blockage, and then when they cleared everything out, he felt like euphoric because all this blood was rushing to where it hadn't easily rushed in many years. So he's feeling that right now, but he's got a little road to recovery. So I just wanted to send out the well wishes and hope for a speedy recovery, and I'll message him as soon as things calm down over there. I think he went in on the 13th. Today's the 15th. So he just posted something on Facebook like an hour or a couple hours ago. So there you go. So get well, Deke.
Well, yeah, get better, Deke.
Absolutely. I'll fold some laundry for you. Actually, I was supposed to do some laundry. I was trying to have it ready to fold on the show tonight. No joke. But my building, the washers were full. So couldn't get in. Got to do it after the show tonight.
Well, this show is desperate for comments, and Deke's always good for a comment or two. So you don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on, viewers, leave a comment. Join us in the live chat. We'll interact with you and talk with you. And of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we got lots of collecting ahead of us. So, Deke, strap in, open up that artery. Myself, I'm currently working on 100%. I'm about 78% right now on my artery. So, working hard with that. I had a pepperoni pizza tonight, so I'm steadily working hard at that. Yeah. So first one of the new year. It's been a long time trying to wrangle our man in LA, Curtis, for a show. So there's it's in our contract. We can't go unless Curtis is available.
Blame the dog.
How is the dog? Dog's all calm and quiet.
Good. Well, yeah, because I just took her for a walk before we did the show. I don't know if you can see. She's black. She's right here. It's like almost like I'm petting her, but I'm not. Yeah, she's completely past. Yeah.
And Curtis has just opened up a massage parlor. You can go in, you get a sauna in behind him, and then lay down on the bed and get a quick rub.
So this is my lady's voiceover booth. She does voiceover for video games and television and movies and all sorts of stuff. And the pandemic changed a lot of stuff. A lot of it became doing it at home instead of going to a studio or wherever. And so, anybody who's anybody in the voiceover industry has to have a home booth. And so that's what she did. And let me tell you, that thing sucked to put together. We live on the second floor. Not only do they drop it off, right? It's this giant, comes in like a refrigerator box. It's all disassembled. You got to haul all that stuff up and then put it together. And it's it's kind of like Legos, right? You just kind of from the bottom up, and whoo, doggy, it took us all day. And I felt really good. I was like, afterwards, I had a couple friends. I felt like, that wasn't too bad. Like, we're putting stuff together. This is great. 2 days later, I like completely, my back like seized up. And like when you're watching old sitcoms from like the 80s or 90s or whatever, and like the dad character is like, and like can't move, and they got to do all this funny. That's exactly how I felt. I like couldn't. I was like, and Layla's on the ground. She's like, get on the ground, and she's walking on me, and it was absolutely horrible. But she's got a booth now, so that's good, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. Total pro. That's the best pickup of this episode, right there.
Probably. I should have put a cape or something over it, cover it up.
Mm-hmm. So totally soundproof in there.
Yeah, it's awesome. I probably should have done the show from in there, to be honest, because I don't have my mic tonight, so I'm just using the computer audio, which is garbage. But I don't know where she put the mic. Everything's all moved around and cattywampus, and she's not here right now. So
yeah, don't go in the production booth for the show.
I know, where it's like perfect lighting.
Yeah, perfectly soundproof.
She's actually in there right now doing a recording for Warner Brothers. Yeah.
Everyone's got to know, though, new giant piece of a new room basically enters the house. Has it been broken in yet? Two of you?
What do you mean?
Yeah, broke it in. See if it's soundproof.
Like recorded some stuff in there?
Sure, recorded stuff could be. Yeah. Yes.
How big do you think this room is, Bill? They don't have a king mattress in there.
Enough for two people to have sex in, that's for sure.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Bill? What were you talking about?
Good enough. We can move on. That's good. Although when I finally do go to LA to visit Curtis and Layla, it seems like my guest bedroom is that much smaller now. So I don't know.
Yeah, you might be out in the living room on the couch that has the pull-out bed.
Yeah. It's not looking good now. I need certain standards, like area standards. So
obviously, when you're here, Chris is going to be here. So I don't think you two want to share this bed.
No, there's no you two. Okay, yeah. So as I was getting ready, run around the house, seeing what I have that's new since the last episode, it's like I can like pick anything I got for Christmas because we haven't even talked about Christmas since our last deal. So there's that. I don't have a ton of Christmas stuff, just my two kids buying for me, and they're broke, so not much to look forward to there. But there is a stack of records here that have been here for like 4 months. I don't even know what's here, so we're gonna look at that. That'll be exciting as well. But I will start with a big Christmas gift that will excite you guys and all of our subscribers here. You know what it could be if it's exciting all of our subscribers.
Bob Dylan thing.
When the man writes a book, you got to go get it. First edition, The Philosophy of Modern Song by Bob Dylan. Got to get the hardcover. Get right out there and get the hardcover. So this is pretty cool. I've read it like the Bible every night. You sit the kids down and you read them passages from it.
To be honest, that looks like that's never been cracked open until just now.
You got to know how to use a book. You don't wreck it. You just peek in it like this and read it like that. That's how you teach the kids. So a series of essays Bob put together describing the philosophy of modern song. So that's a must-have right there. Canadian price is
outrageous.
55.
Yeah. Come on, for a
55.
That is
a gift. That was a gift.
It was a gift, but it's that guy. So you spend whatever it takes.
Wow, that's what we're at for a book now. $55.
Of course, we do.
But you know what? When that's out of print, it's going to be like $200.
That's right. Well, it'll never be out of print.
Then you got to find somebody to sell to, and who wants to go through all that hassle?
are that expensive hardcovers, it is kind of cool to see what's under the dust jacket, because the real cover is probably something awesome, right? You guys look forward to that when you buy a hardcover book?
I
No.
bet it's black, just black.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it usually. Yeah.
No, well, it's really nice black though, and
Yeah.
it's kind of embossed. I like
Does
that.
anybody like buy a book and go, F this dust jacket, and just it looks better on the shelf without it?
I do find some used books without the dust jacket, and I wonder what happens to them. But
Yeah.
no, I need the dust jacket if I'm going to buy a hardcover book.
Do you read it with and have the dust jacket on while you're reading, or do you take that jacket and put it somewhere?
I put the book on the shelf, and then I grab myself one of my ebook readers, and I throw them on there, because that's where I read everything now.
I meant to say that's what I did with this.
I take the dust jacket off, place it somewhere for safekeeping, and then I lick every page.
I showed you guys, I think the last episode, I got the novelization of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And that because it was a mass market paper book edition they did. So that I had to get the Kindle or whatever it's called, chapters version here of it, because that you're going to wreck that paperback. So I am reading it. I'm actually reading it. It's pretty cool. There's even a backstory about Brandy the dog. She gets a backstory. So,
well, there you go. I want to read that as well, because I hear it's pretty different from the film.
It's just, it fills in a lot. It's a lot on Cliff, his war story.
I mean, it's not different. It explores things not explored in the film. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're hitting a lot of themes for my pickups tonight, so it's pretty good.
Really good.
Things are going to tie in together later.
Well, I know what ties in with this conversation. What we're doing is the book I got for my birthday directly after Christmas. Cinema Speculation by Tarantino. Again, this is a bunch of essays, or he's writing about his experience in the theater and going to the theater as a young lad, and his thoughts on big movies like Bullet and The Getaway.
Oh, Getaway's so good.
Yeah, not many pictures. What about what do you think the cover looks like under this dust jacket?
Red, black.
Oh, we got to get the price. What do you guys think the price of this in Canada?
$55.
$44.99.
Wow.
$43.50.
Curtis, close.
That's insane.
You didn't go over. You were right there. That's perfect. Price is right, bid.
I went over a little bit.
Oh yeah, you did go over. Now this has the little that business publisher on it.
What's that?
I take it that's the publisher stamp.
Cool.
Books. Okay, yeah, that's all I'll give for this little bit. I don't want to take up everyone's time right away. Just give you a little treat with some literature. There you go. I pass it on to Curtis. What interesting things do you have to show us?
I think I'm going to start with the stuff I want to put away the most, because this has been sitting out for
That's a good idea.
3 months and it's just driving me nuts. Let's do some cassettes, right? We always used to start with cassettes. So right by my work, there is this mom and pop record store called Going Underground in downtown LA. If you ever get a chance, check it out. It's awesome. But we're getting to be pretty buddy with the owner. And let me tell you, it really helps to make friends with someone that owns a record store, because you get like all the first dibs, and it's great. And so I've been getting a lot of fun stuff lately.
Is it quid pro quo though? Do you have to hand it back from your game store?
I absolutely I would, but he's not a big gamer, so it doesn't. There's no pro for the quidding, or there's no quo for the quid, you know. But yeah, I absolutely would. But he's just a super nice guy. I got the House Martins, London nil, Hull 4. You guys familiar with the House Martins?
Never heard of them.
No.
Oh, they're a great Britpop band from the 80s. They only did 2 albums, then they split, and the bassist from the House Martins went on to become Fatboy Slim.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Who's Fatboy Slim?
He did it's like club music. Yeah, remember that music video with Christopher Walken, Weapon of Choice? That like Christopher Walken's like dancing around the house. It was like a famous music video around like 2000. Anyway,
oh God, then I definitely wouldn't know.
that was him. Okay, well, anyway, he's of note. But anyway, House Martins. This is their first album. It's actually sealed. See that? Haven't even opened it yet. Super Saver series. The big track off this that you would probably know is called Happy Hour. If you've ever heard of the House Martins, check it out. It's good. And this must have come from the same person because they also had the follow-up album, The People Who Grin Themselves to Death, House Martins. And I love these guys. Very good. Check them out if you get a chance. Look, that was, let's see, $3.
Wow. Yeah.
That.
That's pop music, you're saying?
It's like Britpop. It's what would it be similar to?
That Harry Styles type.
Nah. Come on, this is the 80s. This is no. Let's see. I feel like there's a negative connotation when I say Britpop. It's I don't know. Look them up and listen to it. Then I got this one, the Cranberries.
Oh yeah.
No Need to Argue. With this one has Zombie on it. So you like the Cranberries there, Bill?
Nah, you know, whatever. They're fine.
Okay.
Zombie.
They had this one. This was free. I was there like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "What's that?" And they're like, "Oh, it's free. It's called Grillos, but it's Run for Cover, and whoops, trying to do the Bill thing. Run for Cover and Grillos Pickles. This is essentially like a compilation of like newer artists, right? And it's just like a sampling of them, and it was sold to me as like, oh, it's like punk, like it's like mostly punk, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be up Bandy's alley. But I listened to it. There's like maybe three what I would consider punk songs out of 16, and the rest are more like indie. It's good. I liked it. It was actually fun to listen to, and I looked up a few of the artists afterwards and like listened to their albums, which is cool.
Is that modern stuff or a little older?
Yeah, all modern. It's all like
Super
within
modern.
the last. Yeah, it's all songs that's come out in the last like year or so.
On cassette. Cool.
Yeah, it's on cassette. Yeah. So here, I don't know if I see that. See that?
Yep.
There, you can pause that if you want to look any of them up. And this was one I think I got for Christmas. This was a gift given to me for Christmas. Spice Girls.
Forever.
This is the final album of the Spice Girls.
Oh, yeah, they're all old hags there.
I like how it's Spice Girls Forever, and there's only 4 of them.
Yeah.
One of them is not forever.
Forever.
Yeah, one of them's not forever.
Yeah, no. But I love the Spice Girls.
Who doesn't?
I don't try and hide it. I had the biggest crush on them when I was growing up. So check this out, though. Well, Scary Spice there. That's Mel B, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got Baby Spice, Emma Bunton, I think is her name. And then on this side, we got Posh Spice, Victoria Beckham, and we got Mel C.
Where's the redhead?
She left after the second album, And so she's not around for the third album.
I like those redheads.
That would be Jerry Halliwell or whatever. Ginger Spice. Yeah, she was and continues to be chef's kiss. And this one's for you, Bill. I picked it up. Couldn't resist.
Oh, nice.
Traveling
Beauty.
Wilburys, Volume 3. So now I got the first one and the third one because the second one is weird and
there really isn't no second one. It's kind of like a bootleg kind of thing.
Yeah. That was how much was that? $4.
Nice. I had that on vinyl, and then I'm sure Kevin stole it from me because it's not in my collection.
I don't have it on vinyl. I don't have it on. I think I have it on CD. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to check. Let me check. Let me check my list.
Yes, cool. Yeah, I had this memory of buying it at one of the record shows we went to, and then I've never found it again. So I don't know if I just didn't buy it when I was there or what the heck happened, but it's a mystery.
Knowing your memory never happened.
Kevin took advantage of my memory.
Because I remember I did buy Traveling Wilburys 1 at a record show, and I still have it.
I have that one too.
So that's probably what you're thinking of.
I
even have it. Traveling Wilburys Volume 3 on CD. Yeah, I have it on CD.
So that's what I got for cassette.
Where do you store your cassettes?
I have a Napa Valley thing that Chris gave me.
Nice.
Kind of like behind you where you got those VHS. It's like that,
Is it getting full?
Yeah. Well, my goal is because it holds I think 100. I'm trying to here. Give me 2 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll pull it up. Right.
He's got the big Hyundai case. What's the odds of all of them come flying out as he carries it?
Yeah, this is a bad idea.
Hit the record button.
Watch your head. I know from experience. Watch your head. You go get something.
Yeah.
A little too much Aerosmith in there, but
all right, calm down. It's all early Aerosmith. No, I'm just kidding. It's not.
No, it's not.
No. Okay, so this side over here, these are all tapes from when I was growing up. Those aren't really real tapes. Everything here is real. So the goal here, you see? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is to fill it up and then be done with cassettes.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I want a cassette, if it needs to be in my collection, I have to then remove and get rid of one of those.
That is the way to do it. That's what I've been trying to do.
Boom. So just to keep it perfect. So I'm going to add 6 more. So I'm almost on the final row because I'm going to take those ones out because those ones don't really count. They're like recordings from when I was a kid. And they're great. I want to digitize them, which if you guys have a good way to digitize cassettes, they're from when I was 12 years old.
They're you making fart noises.
Absolutely. Yeah. In fact, I think one of them is called the fart tape.
I think you played it on this show.
I believe so, yeah. I think we heard the fart tape.
And before I forget, too.
Oh boy. Stress time.
It's been far too long. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Who wants to go first?
Nobody.
Okay. We'll just go down the line. Movies. What was the first major Hollywood picture to make AIDS its primary
Philadelphia.
That is correct. Question number 2. Music. What Alanis Morissette album sold over 33 million copies?
Jagged Little Pill.
Little Pill.
Correct. 1-1. What was the name of Michael J. Fox's character on Family Ties?
Alex P. Keaton.
That was close. I'm going to award
put the P in.
Half a point.
I put the P in.
I said P.
You didn't say P.
Each.
You just said Keaton.
It's 1.5 each. All right, sports. Here we go. Let's do this quickest. Which Denver Broncos quarterback led his team to back-to-back Super Bowl wins?
Elway. John Elway.
Correct. All right, 2.5.
I don't even like football.
How do you
I
know?
thought
Finally-
he's in that Simpsons episode.
The last question. What is Madonna's last name?
McGillicuddy.
Okay, I'm gonna give you. They give you 3 answers, so I'll give you the 3, and you guys tell me. Is it? How do I even pronounce these? Bulgari, Ciccione, or Chidsworth?
Chidsworth is the only one that popped in my head. That's pure guess.
Kevin?
The first one. I have no clue.
Bulgari? You are both wrong. It was the middle one. Ciccone.
I'm actually kind of proud that I don't know that.
Let's see how.
Derek knew it. Hey, Derek.
You see that? Ciccione.
Oh. Is that
Ciccione.
Ciccione?
I don't know.
Ciccione.
You're
It's
the
Italian.
Kevin. You
It's
tell me.
Italian. You should have said it right. Then I would have known. Because I think
Oh,
she did have an
I
Italian.
would have said it right. Now
I
you
think-
said it wrong.
This is a very Steve Harvey moment here.
Boppity-boppity-boppity. All right.
Gotta blame the host.
You want to see some vinyl? Do I start vinyl, or should I pass it to Kevin?
Yeah, let's let Kevin have a quick shot here.
Oh, I get a quick shot.
Next time around, I'll get to the vinyl.
Quick shot. Okay. Well, I haven't been buying very much. I'm still, as they say, in between jobs. So I've been calm on the spending. I did.
You're retired.
I wouldn't say retired, no, but I've been calm on the spending. Although, if you listen to some podcasts, you'd think I'm spending money all over the place. I mean, they're going on about the $55 books they've been buying and trips to Costa Rica, but I spend $1 or $2 on a book, on a paperback book, and I'm all of a sudden Mr. Moneybags. But anyways, I digress. I did go to a thrift store the other day. I actually went there to look at the Blu-rays. Didn't see any Blu-rays, but I found 2 vinyl records. Both are from 1985, and both are Canadian artists.
Oh, I saw which ones they were. I saw you post them, but I don't remember.
So this is Lee Aaron's second album, I believe, from third album from 1985, called The Wild. And she was all over the Much Music scene.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
Back in the day, she was the metal queen.
Oh yeah.
I'm still looking for her first album. So, but they were in good shape. They're just a little dirty. I haven't cleaned them yet. I haven't actually listened to them yet. But there's the attic label, which you can see they're a little dirty, but otherwise, no scratches, no scuffs, not bill condition at all. They just need a deep clean.
And you like her music?
Why would I buy her records if I didn't like her music?
Because your name is Canadian Grooves. You're kind of contractually obligated by all Canadian Grooves.
I had a crush on her back in the day and her videos and that. And so there might be some nostalgia tied to my enjoyment of her music, but yeah, I do like her music. And then I got Coney Hatch's third album, Friction, another Canadian band with Andy Curran. Right there. Nope, sorry, right there.
Yep. Lots of hair.
And I'd love to see these guys play live sometime. But yeah, there we go with the insert. Some lady there.
Well, he's in a new band with Alex Lifeson. Is that?
Yeah.
Right.
Can't remember the name of the band.
Yeah.
It's very I don't want to say industrial electronica, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, it's not really my cup of tea. I did give it a listen, and I'm a rock and roll guy. I'm not really an electronica guy. So
That's who you're talking about right now?
So yeah, Andy Curran is the bass player from this band right here. He was actually the what do they call it? I can't remember what they're called, but whenever they would when Rush would put an album together, right? They would like, okay, we need studio space, we need a mixer, we need people to work on the album and that. And he actually worked with Rush on a few of those albums, and so then he got to know Alex Lifeson, and he's in a band with now. If Deke was here in the comments, he would tell me which band that was. But So yeah, there's that. That's really it for the records I bought.
Kevin, we got a lot of show left.
Well, I do have some other things here. So I'll just show these quick and then we'll move on. And I got I actually brought these for Matt Bandy because I think he would like them because he's all about the books and the book covers. And
we hope to have Matt later on.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll save it if he comes back. Then I'll save this for after. Then he comes back later. Then that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
For Rabble.
Well, that's it. Kevin's done. Well, since we are talking about music, heck, I got to get on board here with some cassettes that I found.
Oh, here we go.
Go in my Napa case, which is way over there. Can't move it.
My way of buying cassettes, my method is to go to a thrift store with Sarah and find like Huey Lewis and the News Sports for 25 cents that looks in pretty good condition. And Sarah saying no. I'm like, it's only 25 cents. Like, you don't want that. I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're right. You have it on CD, you have it on vinyl, you don't need the cassette. I'm like,
yes, you do, Kevin.
You know what? You're
Damn
right.
it.
Are you ever going to listen to that? Probably not. You're right. So
I got to
listen
get
these all the time.
So do I, but not on cassette.
I do.
That's good. That's good.
Me too.
Yeah.
You don't listen to Huey Lewis. You? Bill?
I came up on Huey Lewis. Come on. We were part of the Huey Lewis gang back in school. And yeah, it was pretty wild.
I don't
wild
believe
stuff.
You. Don't believe you.
It was. Actually, I do have to go visit Kevin in Sudbury for cassettes that are 25 cents because for me, cassettes are $1.99.
Ooh, I wish I was paying those Canada prices. Wait.
Yeah, but look at this cassette.
Now that one I would have to buy.
Oh, there's a good one. Oh yeah.
It's all wrecked. Got some breakage.
Yeah,
it is chromium dioxide though, so we know that's
Have you listened to it yet?
In this form? No, I haven't. They've been here waiting for the show.
That's the thing, is you really got to listen to them right away because you got to find out if they're going to play good or not.
Yeah, if there's warble.
That or like the fuzz, if the fuzz is good.
Ooh. Not much fuzz. Not much of an insert here. Just that. CBS Canada manufacturing.
Yeah.
And as you guys know, I like my products to have this kind of character.
Yeah, that's Bill Condish for sure.
That's character.
You'll notice not a single break in any of these.
Some of them are still sealed.
Perfect. So I have sealed cassettes, Bill.
Well, that's because they didn't want to listen to them, though.
I accept no substitutes. In fact, this one was free. You could have, if we were like right next to each other, I could just give you this and you could swap the case. But
yeah, well, I have tried swapping. From my work, I have like boxes of cassettes that they would use in production and then just throw away. But then the cassette box is never like what the manufactured box is, and I'm like, oh, but this is like original. And then if I change it out for something that like got curvy edges, it's just not the same. So I always talk myself out of it.
Bill likes the curvy ones.
Yeah.
Bill, I mean, really, does it matter? Are you going to be on your deathbed one day? I'm like, glad I never changed those cassette cases.
But it feels real. And the replacement ones are just very.
Sometimes I have like CBS embossed in it and all that stuff.
Exactly.
That one doesn't, though, does it? Or?
That's different. That's different.
It doesn't, but it's this plastic with this in, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, just find a cassette with
that and swap it.
You can swap the back. You just take the front.
Yeah.
And switch the front out, and then keep your.
I'll show you. My replacement ones are not the same. They're not squared like this. They're like got little round and
everything at Bill's house is in Bill Condish. So.
It's character. We want character.
He'll be just swapping collection. Bill Condish for Bill Condish.
But Come on, this one's in really good shape here.
Ash.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, this one is good. See, and this completely different cassette tape.
So
case
that
here.
album, that's like very Lee Aaron-ish. Yeah, are you into that album?
I have
mean,
to
that's-
listen to it. What's
I mean,
in your?
that's
Oh,
got-
it's Poison. Yeah,
there's like Bon Jovi on there.
Yeah, you're
all
right.
sorts of craziness.
I see. I don't know Alice Cooper well enough. I should listen to more Alice Cooper.
You
I was
should.
always I loved growing up. I watched Wayne's World all the time, and like the Feed My Frankenstein. I was like, that's the coolest song ever. And like that's really about what I know of Alice Cooper.
He still opens his show with that song. It's pretty cool.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good opener.
I would say go see him because that's how you'll fall in love with him. Like,
well,
even if you don't know anything, you'll love his show.
The new album he has coming out, he's actually making it with that group that he's been touring with. So I'm really stoked to hear that.
Well, I just read that what's her face is now back in the band, Nita.
Yeah.
So they got rid of.
Oh,
she left.
Oh.
And that his old guitarist that was there for some of his crappy 80 album, the guy who, what's his name? He has his own album where he has a huge machine gun that's actually a guitar. That guy.
Oh.
He filled in, but now Nita Strauss is back and he's out. So the old band is back together again.
Okay. There you go.
And definitely go see that performance.
I did have a badass Alice Cooper shirt when I was a kid that I used to wear to school all the time. It was one of my favorite shirts. I think it was from like Ozfest or Rockfest or something. One of those fests, my friend, one of my mom's friends saw him there and then decided to get me a t-shirt. And I was like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Only the coolest people have Alice Cooper.
Oh, God, what are the odds you're wearing it?
Whew, now I'm spent.
You got up like Brendan Fraser there in the whale. That was like, like a massive struggle.
Mm-hmm. Definitely go see the whale, folks. It's in a plex near you. It's really good. Quite a performance. Let me continue for a little minute here while I got Kevin on the line. I don't know if he saw. I'll give you a little show from our latest VHS show over at Midnight is Flashing. I got a Burt Reynolds movie for you, Kevin.
All right.
I was wondering if Kevin had seen this one.
Yeah. Does Kevin know a Burt Reynolds movie that is set in the newsroom?
Give him the tagline.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's oh God, I can't remember the name of it, but it's with Christopher Reeve, and it's like the third iteration of The Front Page.
He's good.
He knows his Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, switching channels. Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah. I know Christopher Reeve is really embarrassed with his performance in that movie, but I thought he was funny in it. So, what do I know?
God damn it, Kevin's seen it too. He knows it. He's seen it.
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay. Also, I'm kind of a sucker for die-cast cars and planes, as you guys know, and I always pick it up with the intention, like if I'm with my kid, oh yeah, get this, we're gonna sell this, no problem. It's not gonna be in the house at all, and then end up keeping these things, but because they're so cool looking. Oh, these die-cast cars, I love it. There's a Jag.
That's like what the bad guys always drive in Columbo. They always show up in one of those.
That looks a lot like Austin Powers' car if it was a convertible and had the Union Jack on it and was completely different.
Trunk opens like that. The detail inside is insane. There's even like toggle switches on the climate control and radio, and the gear shift is in there. The hood opens, but I cannot get these latches to release, and I'm so afraid I'm going to break it. So I haven't really worked hard to get in there, but all of this would open up. And
it's a Jag. You need a mechanic to get in there.
Yeah, that's right. It cost you a couple $1,000 just to open that.
Yeah.
Oh, dust on there.
Field condition.
So if you're, I just Where's my copy here? Hold on. I just rewatched because I just finally got a 4K version of this masterpiece, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And just down the street,
same thing.
What's that?
I feel like Kevin's gonna have the same thing.
No.
Down the street from his house is one of these parked on the street for the entire show. I noticed last time I watched. So that was kind of neat. But you can watch this monthly, this movie, monthly.
It's a good one. It keeps growing on me every time I see it. And I've seen it a bunch now.
What was the deal with the flamethrower? I just did not get any of that stuff. It was like I sat there for hours and hours just to watch some lady eventually go nuts with a flamethrower. I'm like, this is the dumbest movie I've ever seen. Or one of them, anyways. I did not get it at all.
How many times? Did you only watch it once?
That's all I needed. I watched it just one time. I don't need to see it again. And it's too bad because I love all the Burt Reynolds references in that movie. You know, the Navajo Joe poster and that whole relationship with him and his stunt man is like, that's Burt Reynolds and Hal Needham, their relationship, you know.
And that was technically Burt Reynolds' last role.
Why was he in? He wasn't in the movie, was he?
No, he died before he could film it. The Bruce Dern role.
Oh, really?
That was supposed to be Burt Reynolds, and he had actually been rehearsing with Quentin.
Yeah.
Shortly before he passed, and he was all excited, and then he never, before they shot it.
That's the thing with Quentin Tarantino. Like, we all like the same stuff. It's just I don't like his stuff. Sorry.
Well, he doesn't like you either, Kevin.
Probably not, and that's fine too. He doesn't have to. I mean, I try. I go in with an open mind in all these movies, but they just, I don't know, whatever it is, they don't speak to me.
It's not your jam.
It's just every time he teases you that he's going to drive you down a path of this regular cinematic trope, and then he pulls it away and it's not there, and it's just satisfaction instead of the trope, and it continues on from there. I love it. Anyways, I picked up some other 4Ks. This was at a thrift store, so I grabbed it. The Avengers Endgame. It was like $4. Yeah, might as well grab it for the.
It's a good one.
Missing the slipcase, though.
You're right. Oh, you know what? These were a birthday present too. Shortly after Christmas, the Dr. Doom and the Spider-Man.
Dr. Doom. Oh, man, he knows his Marvel. Make my
Marvel. What did I say?
Make Bill's Marvel.
I love Dr. Doom, man, when he does his thing with his hands. Yeah. Doc Strange. Very Sam Raimi-ish. It's awesome.
Doom.
Watch this movie. See if you can find the classic, the car. It's there. Just look.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, watch for it. Again, just because I'm collecting 3D movies, it's not good, but it's in 3D. Enjoy that with the kid. And like, this was wicked cheap.
Yeah.
I think that came down to $10, and my buddy Joe played and he loved it. So for $10, that's a lot of game for $10, right?
A lot of game.
Stranding. You played it, Curtis?
Nope. Sold
Sound
a lot of them.
Oh, okay. Good. What else can I move on with here? Oh, how about a quick garbage find here for you guys? I found this little digital TV broadcast monitor. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I was in the garbage. This was a garbage find, as I said. So this you can jack in, SDI, broadcast digital, jack in and check your signal, or you can plug in. I think it takes a component video in one of those mini jacks. And if you're at the beach or something and you want to dial in some over the air HD, got an antenna.
Wow.
That's right. It's got a crappy screensaver on there, but it's a perfect screen. Basically for checking your signal, see how good the digital video looks, and audio. There's speakers in here.
I guess if you're out with the the news crew and you want to see the return from the television station, that's
Mhm.
one way to do it.
Or if you're at the beach and you want to watch TV, but this doesn't have batteries, so I guess there's really no use for this with phones now. But I thought it was still cool. Over the air video monitor here.
Derek wants that.
Derek.
What for?
I'm sure, yeah, we can work something out, buddy. No problem. We can work something out. Totally works. But as I was testing it out and watching the signal over the air, there really is no use for having this. So that's why it was in the garbage. But it is still cool. However, I digress. Curtis has more stuff to show, so I don't want to hold up the good times any longer. Curtis?
I'll be right back. I just need to pause for a second. I'm sorry.
Kevin, part of the fun is having you react to the things I show, and I'm going to have to wait for you.
I got to piss.
It's the Cialis. It makes you go all the time.
Well, I'll show you this, Bill. I can show this really quick. So one of the pros of working in a game store, we work in a game store that sells a lot of Japanese import games. And
for what? For any console or?
For a lot of different ones, yeah. We can basically order any console. But, a lot of like Super Famicom, N64. Those are the big ones. Game Boy. Those
TurboGrafx stuff?
Yeah, we get some, but they're expensive to import.
Yeah.
Now. And two, there's just not a big market for them. So every once in a while we get those. But I am the one who gets to put the list together of what we're going to pick. So if I want anything, well, I can just get it, And since it's coming in, I don't have to worry about the shipping fees, like getting it on eBay or anything, because we're shipping a big old thing. So, yes, I do, Derek. I do tell them.
Fiancier.
I go, I'm a big fan of this game, but I'm a little biased. But anyway, back to the Japanese games. So every once in a while, I'll order something for me because, I can. So I recently got Super Back to the Future 2. With, anybody who knows their Super Famicom games, this was never released in America.
Wow. Yeah, I've never heard of that title.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Follows the story of Back to the Future 2. It's pretty fun. It's a fun game. It's not bad at all. Back to the Future hasn't had a good run of games. Even though I personally I think the NES game is phenomenal. It's one of my favorite NES games. But Back to the Future 2 and 3 on NES, no good. Back to the Future 3 on Genesis, no bueno. But Super Back to the Future 2.
I've never seen that Genesis one.
The Back to the Future 3?
Yeah, I've never played that.
It's because it's terrible.
I can't even think what it looks like.
It looks like the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember the box now.
It looks like that, Bill.
Yeah. It's popping in my head now.
Yeah. Oh, there was a couple. I forgot. I got to pull out some VHS I got here. I'm glad that you reminded me of that. Hey, there he is.
What'd I miss?
You missed me talking about how I can order import games at my work, and I recently picked up for myself Super Back
Oh, nice.
2, which was never released in America.
Yeah.
So, okay, on to the vinyl.
How much was that? Can I
No,
ask?
when he ordered it, did he cook the books so he didn't have to pay anything for it?
Well, now that's a story for another day. Well, we move on to the vinyls. Picked up Little Kong Band.
Yeah.
So this is their first album.
That's their first album?
Yeah.
Universe Smiles Upon You.
There's some EPs that came out before that, but that's their first full-length LP.
It's good. I think it's just a basic. Not much to the vinyl there. Got that one. just today, I picked up this bad boy. Undercover.
Oh.
Stones. Terrible. Not a good album at all. The only good song on here is Undercover of the Night, and even that's, questionable hit. It's grown on me over the years. But, I might look at that.
Hey.
But in my quest to slowly get all the Stones albums, I needed this one. Gotta finish out the 80s. I think the only one I'm missing now from the 80s is Dirty Work. Here we go.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah. Look at that. You can see 15.
Wow.
What the
Get that. Get
so
out of town.
I went to the record store that my buddy, my new buddy owns, and this was a new arrival. It was in the new arrival. It was right in front, and I was like, it was just when they were opening up. I was like, what is that? I ran in and I grabbed it. I was like, $15, and couldn't say no.
That's been on my wish list since it came out, and it hasn't dipped below $40.
Wow.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! And this
Canada.
I think I pre-ordered mine for $28. Both Deke and I pre-ordered it, and then we were talking because like maybe 2 or 3 days after it went up, it shot up to 40, and it never came down.
I was lazy. I did nothing, and then one day
I didn't even think about it.
And I paid $15.
There you go.
So yeah, very, very happy with that. And this is such a fun album. I've been enjoying listening to it.
Yeah.
We'll do that later.
This the time. A good one.
This one, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. One of Layla's favorite albums to listen to is the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, hey, I got to get this, and come on. $10.
$10.
The sleeveware, that's not intentional?
No, it's sleeveware, but like it is, man, super minor. I don't know what he's talking about. Like I buy other records.
But I thought that was intentional. Like that's part of the artwork.
Yeah.
That's not like actual sleeveware. That is just
like
the ring.
Oh, I see.
That's intentional.
No, you're right. I thought that was. I think that's a good question. I don't know.
Like you would feel it. You would feel it like wearing. Like
no, I think you're right. That is intentional.
So he thought that it had like ringwear on it, and he was just like, $10.
$10. And so
Jesus.
I think I got this the same day I got the AC/DC one. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
And come on, I mean, you can't go wrong. It's like a 70s like hit list,
Yeah, I don't know what's on that one.
You got Mr. Blue Sky, Fox on the Run, The Chain, My
George,
Lord, Brandy, Come a Little Bit Closer, Father and Son.
Father and Son, of course.
Tender.
Yeah,
it's awesome. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Yep.
How about this one?
Oh yeah.
You know this one?
I don't know that one. I listened to that other one there.
Oh, I got this one because it has Bang on the Drum All Day, which is like the theme song that they play when the Packers score a touchdown. So if you're at Lambeau Field and the Packers score a touchdown, Drum All Day. And I really just wanted it for that. Plus, again, great prices at this joint. $5.
Wow.
Can't go wrong. And then, here we go. Bam.
Nice.
Mordecai. So this is another Krungbin album. And this, I think, this is my favorite one.
It's a good one for sure.
I think this is my favorite. I've been listening to all of them like one after the other lately a lot. And I think this one's my favorite. Also, this is the one, like, Layla was even like, ooh, what are you listening to? I really like that. I was like, it's Krungbin.
That's the reaction you'll get when you put them on.
Yeah. So, and that one was, I paid $20.99. Still a good price, though.
That's still good.
Yeah.
You're still in the good.
Jeez.
And then this one, this was a gift This was a gift, a Christmas gift. Little permanent vacation.
Oh,
Check it out. See? Old for Curtis, World 8. There was a gift.
Nice. That's the wrong Curtis, though.
Huh? They did spell my name wrong. But look at that. It's got the hype sticker. So I know Kevin's excited about that one.
Yeah.
Now here we go. This one. Pretty excited about. Can't believe I got my hand. This is, no joke, the most expensive vinyl I own, I think, right now.
Oh.
Macho Man and the Savage.
Wow.
So this,
oh man,
I'm not kidding. Look it up. Look up how much this is going for. I had to and this comes from being, knowing someone that works at a record store. You can't get these for less than $80 right now.
Ugh.
So what is it? Is it like?
Well, he put out an album in 2001 or 2000, maybe even before that. I forget. Somewhere in the 90s or early 2000s, he put out an album, and he's passed away years ago, and there was a rights holdup for years. They wanted to put this out on vinyl, but they couldn't get the rights. Well, they finally got the rights to put out a small print run of it, and it sold out immediately.
Well, is it music? Is it motivational speaking?
Grunting.
What is it? Rapping?
It's rap.
Rap.
Yeah, it's a rap album, and it's all Macho Man. So he's like, Macho Man ring 7, I'm here to say, don't do drugs, kids. Stay away. Dig it. Oh yeah.
And he was doing this in 2001.
Yeah.
Wow.
Strange time for the Macho Man. Strange time for the Macho Man.
That's just on black vinyl. If it was a small run,
it is. And actually, Record Store Day this year is doing another run on splattered purple vinyl or something. It's going to have a special color. So, but this is, I want the OG release. This is first print, baby. First print. It doesn't even have a hype sticker, because the entire thing is a hype sticker.
it is.
How much did you pay for that?
This was $27.99.
Okay.
But no joke. Look it up.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah. I have no reason not to believe you.
Okay, so these next three were Christmas gifts. Basically, my mother is my mother's always been historically bad at gifts, birthday, Christmas, just terrible. Unless you tell her what you want. And so, even though I'm like, Mom, you don't have to get me anything. She, just send me a list, whatever. All right. So I just send her my Amazon wish list, right? And I'm like, whatever you want to get off of that. Well, she got me 3 albums this year. I was like, whoa, Curtis was a good boy this year. And it was kind of ones that a couple of them that I wanted, but it was just spendy enough that I didn't want to pull the trigger on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
On those albums. But if somebody else buys it for me, I'm like, hell yeah. So first up, we got Blue and Lonesome.
Oh, wow.
Which is Rolling Stones. I think it's their most recent album. It's all blues covers.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of harkens back to early Stones. Great album, but wish it was some original stuff. Also got another Stones album, Bigger Bang. So this is their last original album. This came out in 2005. It's okay. This is the half-speed master one. So there's 2 finals. Yeah.
I don't remember that album at all.
No, I don't recall that cover.
It's okay. Rough Justice is the big single from it. They played it when they did the Super Bowl halftime show. The Stones Super Bowl halftime show is really interesting because they do, most artists just do a medley of all their hits and stuff. Rolling Stones were like, nope, we're playing 3 songs and then we're leaving. And so this was out at the time, or it just come out. So They played Rough Justice was the first song they played, and then they played, I think, Start Me Up. Maybe they started with Start Me Up, and then Satisfaction, and then they were done. That was the whole halftime show.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I'm not opposed to that. It was fun. You got a little mini concert. But so Rough Justice, and then there's a couple good Keith one. I love Keith's contributions to the albums. Like he usually gets like 1 or 2 songs per album, and This Place Is Empty is on this one. What was the other one? I forget what the other one was, but anyway, not their best album, but again, Christmas gift. So I'm not gonna say all right. And then this one. Boom!
Oh, nice.
So good. Probably the best live album ever, right? Doesn't
Now, I have some bad news for you, Curtis, with that regarding that album. Is that it's actually missing a couple songs. They edited down that from the CD version.
Really?
To fit, so they would fit onto. Yeah.
So what's missing?
Fine.
I believe Jailbreak, which really is like a long. Is it on there? It's one of the long jams.
Oh well, that's fine.
Yeah, it's the one that's missing is not too bad.
It's probably better because
let me see the set list. I might be able to tell you which one's missing. Fire Your Guns. I think that's missing. Oh, it's right there. Okay. I don't know what's missing.
Did it come with the dollar bill?
Huh?
No, it doesn't. Not even
What
the reissue
ephemera is in there?
Not
What
even the
ephemera?
reissue of the CD. Just with the dollar bill.
Oh, I hope I still have mine then.
Yeah,
If you got it, keep it.
Yeah, this
The
is
ones that
obviously a reprint.
Oh yeah. I don't even think it originally came out on vinyl, like in the early 90s.
No,
Really?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Now, like that 92, there was a bunch of albums that never got a vinyl release, or if they did, it was very limited and they're super expensive.
But I mean, you could argue if you're going to only own one AC/DC album, this could be one of them. This could be it. This is so good.
Show that Rosie in the gatefold again. That looked awesome.
I like Rosie.
Oh man,
There's your thumbnail.
The cool thing about that, you put the headphones on while you listen to a whole lot of Rosie from that, and you can hear that thing getting blown up in the background, like just this massive amount of air.
Yeah. So good. So good. I remember on this show, I got the first, when we were doing the vinyl show, that was when I got my first AC/DC record. Now I got a nice little AC/DC collection going. Although, fun fact, no Bon Scott yet.
That's a shame.
Jesus Christ! That's why you think that's the best live album.
Oh, come on.
Scott live stuff.
The If You Want Blood, is that the one?
Yeah, I burned through many copies of that. Let There Be Rock.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's good, but correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin. Was this the first time you ever heard Brian Johnson doing Bon Scott songs?
Sort of. Officially, it was the first official release, and they were actually like a little apprehensive about putting out that because they didn't really want different versions of Bon Scott songs out there. But there were so many bootlegs that were, flying around that they just said, "Well, what happened as well."
Like, okay,
the cat's out of the bag, anyways.
Right. So anyway, I got one more vinyl left.
I don't even remember seeing that on cassette. Was that really on cassette?
Yeah, I did have it on cassette.
Absolutely, yeah. I always wanted it on cassette. It drove I wanted it so bad. My mom's friend had it, and we used to listen to it all the time. And I only had Highway to Hell. I did have Highway to Hell on cassette. That was like one of the first cassettes I ever owned. But I wanted that live one so bad. It was so fun. We'd be jamming to it, driving down the road. All right. The Stones, 12 by 5.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Early Stones. Now, so the big hit on this one is probably Time on My Side. Time is on my side, right? That's but I didn't realize the album version. There's a single and then like a radio version and a album version. Album version not as good as the single version. The single version is the one you're familiar with.
Okay.
The album version not as good. But still, I'm starting to appreciate more and more of the early Stones stuff. It's fun. And yeah.
Bill, didn't you have a 95 Dodge Neon? I think I remember that.
I had a Chrysler Neon. I didn't.
Right.
The Dodge Neon.
Yeah, the Dodge and Chrysler kept.
Let's get that.
Nobody wanted the Neon. They were playing like a hot potato with the Neon.
It bailed out whatever brand needed the sales,
Yeah.
and I had to wait for the Chrysler Wings to give it the class.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what year it was though. Not 90. Newer than 95.
Yeah, no, it was newer than 95. I just thought that comment was funny.
Yeah. Is that it, Curtis? I didn't mean to kick you off.
That's it. No, not it. Next,
Kevin,
all I got left now is VHS.
You want me to show some vinyl, Kevin, before you come on to wait for Bandy, or do you want to go next?
Go ahead.
Or...
Show some vinyl.
Okay. We're in the vinyl swing of things, so this is from my buddy, from my pal Joe. Just gave me this. I caught him in the lockers at my work, rummaging through his stuff, and I started bugging him about stuff, and he said I could just have this Life of Brian on vinyl there.
I passed on that, and I'm so stupid. I wish I wouldn't have. I got Meaning of Life.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
And they had Life of Brian there at the same time, and I didn't get it, and I'm like kicking myself. I went back to get it like a few days later, and it was gone, of course.
Weird, very weird that I got this. It's fine.
By the way, if you guys ever see the soundtrack to the Three Amigos, I've been looking for that forever. So if you ever see that,
would be fun.
Hand it over. I mean, you guys would probably keep it for yourselves.
No,
think about it.
I would send it to you.
All right, thank you. I'll give you the money. Yeah.
There's a whole video unboxing this, so check that out.
What was that?
That's that Jack White.
Oh, Jack White.
Supply.
I was thinking McCartney 3 or whatever that.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going through this stack of records. Got these all free. I was at my niece's wedding last year and rummaging through their house. There's a stack of records. So you say, what's going on with the records? You guys don't like records, do you? And they're like, take what you want. So I picked through these records. They were literally on the way to the dump. So top condition, lots of character. But let's take a look. See what's
the character.
Some Billy Joel, Innocent Man.
That album rules.
Yeah, definitely.
Dual rules. Got the band there.
That's a great one. Yeah. Well done.
This is a Canada release. Canadian. Oh, got some lyrics there. And yeah, see? Perfect. Nothing wrong with that.
Who would get rid of that?
Yeah.
It's a crime.
Oh, I think I talked before how I want to get like Rod Stewart back in the day albums because I have nothing, and this happened to be there. So I grabbed that, and you flip it like this. See the back. I'd rather go blind. I don't know. Do I know these songs? I don't know. Ooh, opens like this.
What year is that from?
I don't know, but something's peeking out here. This is a lot going on in this record.
Oh boy!
Wow, it's got a lot of play.
What? Oh, that's really weird record design here. Looking for the year. 1972, Mercury Records.
Yeah, well, that's the good era.
Look at this guy with the glasses here.
Are you sure that's not a blindfold? He's trying to sleep.
That's true. You're
I
right.
had to do the gatefold. If I keep my blindfold on.
What a weird gatefold, though. It's like a triple with the backwards.
Yeah, I've never
action
seen that
on there.
And just one
You gotta
record.
peek. It's one record. I'm trying to figure out how to get to it.
That's the thing with like those kind of spines. They're a lot easier to crack.
What the hell? Oh, you're supposed to go through the back. Yeah, it does open this way.
That's what she said.
Feels dirty opening it like that. Isn't that weird? Okay. No sleeve. Oh, what? What?
It's a different. It's an Elvis record.
That's what happens when you pick through garbage.
Gene Pitney. Now that's Bill Condition. Oh, let's put on this Rod Stewart album.
Rod Stewart album is
Gene
pretty different
Pitney
from his other stuff.
Son of a bitch.
Wait, what was that? Gene Pitney,
Gene Pitney.
greatest hits.
Yeah, it's all the good hits. So
Gotta give that a listen. Curtis, that's your homework.
all the drama with the cover too. Okay.
That's why they say, yeah, Bill, take whatever you want.
So I'll still be looking for Rod Stewart albums from the 70s. Still on the lookout. Cat Stevens, that was on that record Curtis showed.
Hey, can you name one Gene Pitney song?
No.
I couldn't. Bill might like this.
This is the man who shot. That's the man who shot Liberty Valance.
I've definitely heard that song. Yeah,
Probably
great movie. That's not a bad record.
Hey,
I'm keeping that.
Gene
so far,
Pitney,
so good.
that Lady Slayer. Yeah.
So, yeah, Curtis, like your Guardians album, this has the father and son track on there.
Oh, Cat Stevens?
Cool.
Yeah.
Full circle.
And, well, who knows what's in here? We get a cool A&M sleeve showing different artists. Yeah, it's a win. That's a T for Tillerman right there.
All right.
Good sleeve. This is like polyline sleeve too. That's a good one. All right, continuing through the free records. Traffic. You can't go wrong with Traffic, right?
Oh yeah.
Steve Winwood. I don't know if I recognize these songs though. I have to give this a listen.
I definitely I've seen that album at record shows and that I've never.
Yeah, it's like a cardboardy kind of. That opens up. Whoop. There's the lads.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you take a picture. No one gives a crap.
All right, everyone
That's
look
how you
away.
do it. That's like a Harry Nilsson special. And right to the record. Yeah, it's the right one. And there was a sleeve in here. It was outside the sleeve because they want you to have nice, easy access to it. So I'll put that back in the sleeve. Oh, we have another Cat Stevens teaser and the Fire Cat. No, this one. And let's see what's in here. How do I open this one? Oh, this is where you got to open it from the inside here.
Those are the worst.
Yeah, I don't like those.
What?
Nobody ever puts them away properly, too.
Is it the right one?
It's the right one.
It's more Gene.
Are you sure? What's the title there? I thought it was
Teaser
another
Fire Cat.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, a couple more. 2 more left here. Kevin denied my affinity to Huey.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great album. I just you've always poo-pooed on it in the past.
No, I haven't. I came up with sports. I remember getting this as a cassette. My mother found it for me in the store she worked in, just the cassette on the floor, and she brought it home to me. And it was.
Fun fact. That's the very first album I bought by myself. Very first vinyl I bought.
Me too.
No way, really?
Well, when I was a kid, yeah. When I was a kid, like my mom bought it for me.
Yeah, when I was like 24.
But it was Huey Lewis and News Sports was first, and then I got Michael Jackson's Thriller and Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual. And I still have all 3.
You know what's crazy?
There you go.
I think Thriller was like one of the next ones I got too.
There you go.
I
We're in
didn't
sync.
get Cyndi Lauper though.
Yeah. Bill waited till 2023 to get his, but that's okay.
No, I just told you the story how I got mine.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I remember like wanting to listen to Huey Lewis, and Bill's like, I don't want this. It's from the 80s.
Dude, that was the only cassette I owned for 10 years. That's why.
Okay.
That's enough. Okay, last one. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember this. This is cool. This is cool. Oh, yeah. So you got a little bit of Bowie, David Bowie.
Peter and the Wolf.
Doing Peter and the Wolf with the Philadelphia Orchestra. Yeah. Is that weird or what?
Very.
Huh. That's Eugene back in there?
I guess.
It says Eugene at the top. Look,
It's got to be Eugene.
Eugene Ormandy.
Yeah. They just knew he was going to be a conductor when he was born.
Yeah, so Bowie narrates.
Oh, he narrates. I was wondering what Bowie did.
If it's in here, let's.
Gene Pitney.
Volume 2. No sleeve.
Yeah.
It's naked in there.
Bill Condish.
Oh. It's not only there, it's awesome.
Oh.
Look at this.
That color vinyl. Wow.
Is that?
Yeah.
It is it.
Wow.
They did colored vinyl back then?
Sure, yeah.
Wow. I totally forgot about this.
That's cool.
What the heck? What
Like
year
vinyl
this?
is naturally clear. They actually add black to it to make them black.
A little scuff or something there. Oh my God. The writing is so tiny.
I can read that.
What's it say? 19...
David Bowie narrator.
No, down here. 1878 or something.
1978.
Yeah, 1878 is what it says, Bill.
Yeah, it's a friggin' pictograph.
I think I'm getting to my age where
You
I
bought a
gotta
Thomas Edison cylinder, Bill.
Yeah, wax cylinder.
I think my eyes are finally at that step where I got to join Kevin and the gang and make an eye appointment or something.
You don't wear glasses, Bill?
Never have in my life. And now seeing tiny stuff like that is like,
Yep.
Kevin and his magnifying glass. I'm like that now. Like, what the heck?
I'm sorry to lose you, Bill.
It's just that tiny stuff. I used to be able to zoom in. I can still see a mile away and everything. It's just the tiny stuff. Maybe that's just focusing issues, not necessarily bad vision.
Yeah.
Getting old, man. Getting old.
Getting.
Thank you.
No problem.
Older?
All right, Kevin, we can hold off no longer. I don't think
All right.
anyone wants to hear any more from you.
That's okay. Well, before I get to those books, I'll just quickly, I picked up some monster DVDs, like the early Universal Film Monster DVDs. This was a few months ago. So yeah, I just found them at a thrift store. So we got The Invisible Man.
Nice.
Classic collection. So these DVDs are from like 1999, so they're not really the best condition. They say they're remastered, but they're really not. They've been remastered since.
Yeah, they're all on 4K now, right?
Yeah. So it was actually a little disappointing to watch like how poor quality these are.
They look cool though.
Yeah, like the packaging is pretty cool. Dracula.
You know, I've never seen that one.
It's a bit of a watch. It's a bit of a watch. That one.
What does that mean?
And then finally got The Mummy.
You know, out of all those, actually, the only one I've ever seen is Frankenstein.
Yeah, Frankenstein's good. I like Frankenstein.
And I've seen a bit of Creature of the Black Lagoon, but I don't think I've ever watched the full thing.
Creature from the Black Lagoon, it's a little weird because it came out so late. It's like from the 50s,
right.
You know, but it's still lumped in with all these movies from the 30s and 40s. Like I even hear people still say like The Wolfman was the last one, but this one's lumped in for some reason. And this was like 57 or something.
Yeah.
But Dracula is definitely like it's one of the first talking films. So there's like a lot of parts in the movie where you'd think there would be some music and there's just nothing. Like, there's nothing there. It's really odd. But it's an interesting watch for sure.
If I recall, Bela Lugosi learned his lines phonetically for that movie. Did not know English yet.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
I just saw a late Boris Karloff movie on Turner that was freaking amazing. I don't know how I'd never seen it before or heard of it. It was an early Bogdanovich movie called Targets.
Oh yeah,
Targets. No,
man, I've never seen it, but we had that at when I worked at Hollywood Video. I remember the case.
Yeah, it was so good. It was like 70s movie. This guy goes on a shooting spree. It's like a parallel story. You got this Bela Lugosi as an aging actor story that's going at the same time as this guy who seemingly just goes off the edge and starts.
You mean Boris Karloff, right?
Boris, what did I just say?
Bela Lugosi.
Oh, Boris Karloff is the old guy in the movie at the end of his career.
By the 70s.
Yeah. Anyways, it's really good. Targets. Look for that. I think it's Bogdanovich's first movie, maybe.
Oh, anything early by him is pretty darn good. Usually. Okay, so to stick with the horror theme, I've been reading a lot of horror novels, and including this author from Sudbury, Ontario, Sean Costello. He put out 3 books. This is back when I was a teenager in late 80s, early 90s, and he put out 3 books, and then he kind of disappeared for a bit, and then he came back and he started doing more books. Some of them are thrillers, some of them are horror novels. I have his first 3 original horror novels here, and I actually read everything on my reader because I am old and my eyes aren't what they used to be. But I found his 2 first books. They're all over the thrift stores here because he was pretty well known here in Sudbury, Ontario. So just wanted to show Matt Bandy the cool cover on here. This one's Eden's Eyes.
Whoa.
So this book is it's about a woman or young girl. She was born blind, and she gets eye transplants from this criminal in Sudbury, and
He used
the
Sudbury.
mother is like pissed off that her husband signed off on to make like for her son to be an organ donor because she was actually a witch and she was planning on bringing him back to life. So the book is about the witch coming for the girl and taking her son's eyes back. So it's good stuff.
That's Sudbury. When I think of Sudbury,
he is a really the way he describes the macabre it's really excellent. I'm surprised he's not as famous as Stephen King.
Who published this guy?
So these ones are the early books were pocket books. So like it was like legit, a legit publisher.
Yeah, in every grocery store.
But yeah, so there was that one. Then the second one, The Cartoonist. So this one's about a guy who I did read this one when I was a kid, and it's about a guy who accidentally kills this young girl in a car accident, and then this 20 years later, this cartoonist comes into his life and starts drawing like all the stuff that like the bad stuff that he's done in the past, and then some of his other drawings are like he doesn't recognize it, and then he'll see it later on and be like, wait, that's the drawing from before that I'm seeing right now, and not all of it is good to this guy. So there's that book, The Cartoonist. And then finally, this one is actually the one from when I was a kid, Captain Quad. So this one's about a young guy who gets a spinal injury, becomes a quadriplegic. He had the whole world by his balls, so now he's like angry and everything, and some psychological. It's like he gets some sort of telekinesis power. And
that sounds very Stephen King.
Stuff happens. But you see, like this is from when I was a kid. And see how well I kept the spine there. If you were talking about spines, because that's what I would do. Is I would read the books like this. I wouldn't crack them open all the way but now I can't. I can't be bothered with the light or anything like that. So I'm rereading Captain Quad right now on my Kobo reader. Okay, and so speaking of,
do you have a membership to get these ebooks from somewhere?
No, you can. There's like a monthly fee that you can pay for Kobo books. Amazon has one too, right? With the Kindle, they have one too.
Right.
But they're all independent books, right? You're not going to get like Stephen King or Elmore Leonard or anything like that. No big name is on those. And Sean Costello's books are on there, but rather than spend $12.99 a month and be pressured to finish a book in a month, which is almost impossible for me to do because I'm a very slow reader, I just pay the $2.99 for the ebook. Or you can put your eye patch on and go that route, or even take out from the library too. That's a legit way to get it. But I have Google money and nothing really to spend it on, so I just go through the Kobo thing on the store, and it just uses the Google money. So $2.99 for an ebook, I think it's fine. It's okay. Okay, so speaking of books and movie tie-in books and all that stuff, I got a lot of flack on some podcasts for buying these, but I think they're fun, and they're not very expensive. They're not very much money, but I've been buying lots and lots of Star Trek books. So we'll just quickly go through my Star Trek novel. So we were talking about movie tie-in books and all that stuff. So the very first Star Trek book that came out with it's the numbered system from Pocket Books was the adaptation of Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Now, normally I don't really care for movie adaptation books because I feel like the format is movies, right? But this one was written by Gene Roddenberry himself. He insisted on doing the movie adaptation. And Gene Roddenberry was not 100% pleased with the movie. So this is like his vision, basically, of how he wanted the movie to turn out. And there's a lot of stuff about Kirk aging, and that he put a lot of his own experiences he was getting, because I think he was just a little bit older than William Shatner. So he was putting like his own, spin on the whole thing. And Shatner didn't want anything to do with aging in the movie because he didn't want people to think that he was an old man. But there's a lot of stuff that's explained, that the movie doesn't explain, that's explained in here. It's a lot more fleshed out, the story. Like, for instance, like the crazy uniforms that they have in this movie.
Buckle.
Yeah, the belt buckle is actually, there's a whole thing about how it's actually like they're universal translators in there. There's a thing about like sometimes the ship is not, like there's like some inertia and stuff like that, so it helps them with that. There's like some shielding to keep radiation if they're going into the engineering section and all that. Like, so they can freely move around the ship without having to change uniforms and all that. There's all sorts of crazy explanations.
They put their weed in there.
Yeah, sure thing. So you can't just have one. It's like a chip. So I've been going through and buying the numbered series. Number 2 I don't have, even though I did read it on my e-reader, and it was excellent. It was the Entropy Effect. The third book came out was the Klingon Gambit, which is like a cool cover, but not a very good book. But I do like the look of that Klingon starship on there. And it's just the artwork on these that I like. Covenant of the Crown. None of these I've read yet. I've read a few of them when I was a kid.
You're saying these are sequential?
Yeah, like this is number 5. I've always had the little number on them. And they vary in quality. The Adobe of Life. And I always try to look for the Timescape ones. These are like, they were all numbered, but this is before they started the numbering system.
Abode. That's
what I said. Then the Rathacon tie-in book, which I haven't read yet, but it's by Vonda and McIntyre's or McTeer, who is a very McIntyre is a very good writer of like the character Spock. Blackfire. That action there. Triangle. Timescape one. Web of the Romulans. Star Trek 3. The tie-in book. There's Corona. The coronavirus.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Who's Spock got there?
Greg Bear. And it's this is the Canadian version of Spock. I don't know. I haven't read that one yet.
Live long and prosper, eh?
Guy.
Well, we learned Spock has a sister now, so.
Mutiny on the Enterprise. So that's not good.
Mutiny.
I did read this one as a kid, Yesterday's Sun by A.C. Crispin, who I think wrote an episode of the original series or the animated series. I can't remember which.
Good Lord.
I'll pick that up later.
And every drawing of Spock is the same.
Pretty much. And I got a bunch more numbered ones here. Let me just show you. These are the ones that I would get as a kid. I would always get like the thicker books because you get a little more bang for your buck. So I did read this one as a kid. And then I can't find it. Where is that? Oh yeah, here it is. And then this one, another thick one. Strangers from the Sky. So this is about the Federation's first contact with the Vulcans. The Vulcans were the first alien species that the Federation met. And it was a really good book. And then that stupid First Contact Next Generation movie came out and made this book completely obsolete because they just changed the way that humans and Vulcans met.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of interesting books out there. Like Gene Roddenberry actually wrote an entire book on how to write a Star Trek episode. with Stephanie E. Whitfield, which is pretty cool, and it's pretty wild. It goes through like everything that you need to know and need to do. Like it's basically what the writers of Star Trek would have as a reference guide to write an episode of Star Trek. And he had all sorts of rules and everything. And the person who had this book before me flagged a page. They specifically flagged this page. I don't know why. But there you go.
Got to learn how to play that chess.
3-dimensional chess. There you go.
I read the Star Trek Bible went online a while ago, and I read it. He had really good rules for writing television, which no one follows for television. Like, you can't have your characters fall into some chaos just for drama that they would normally easily solve. You know, it was just basic rules of not to cheap out writing wise.
Right.
No one does that.
And one interesting book here I got myself a Star Trek Which Way.
Oh, choose your own adventure?
Pretty much a choose your own adventure. So these are really fun. I love this. So you can go, so basically you start off and you can go on an adventure with Kirk, Spock, or McCoy. And it completely changes. At one point, werewolf McCoy comes after you.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of like wild aliens, and this is a big asteroid coming towards the Enterprise. Looks like a meatball. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is this is supposed to be zombie McCoy coming after you, but it kind of looks like Spock. But anyways, that's zombie McCoy coming at you. These are interesting. These are aliens that were mirrors, so you couldn't fire your phasers at them. It would just come right back at you.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why no other aliens have thought of that. There was one trying to look. Oh, yeah, this was cool. So this was like you had to choose how you wanted to beam onto the planet, and if you chose to beam under the rock, it beamed you like right into the rock, and that's supposed to be just your hair. Only your hair was left, but it looks like the scalp. Like it just left your scalp there. This is for kids, by the way. Good reading there, kids. Yeah. So yeah, I went on all the adventures in here, and it was fun. It's good times.
Well, I support those books. Those books look cool.
Yeah, I wish there was more. There's more Which Way series, but I think this is the only Star Trek one. Phaser fight. Anyways, I got a bunch more here, but that's enough. That's good. Yeah.
Cool.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some VHS, shall we?
VHS, you say?
Why not?
Oh, yeah.
I know a good YouTube channel where it's specifically VHS stuff.
Well,
Champions of VHS.
last time I tried to be on that, didn't work out so well. So typically my rule with VHS is I don't try and get stuff that wasn't presented in 4:3. So I'm like, whatever, I can get that.
Oh, by the way, are you guys going to buy The Whale on VHS?
Because it was in 4:3?
It was in 4:3.
Get that on no.
VHS? No? Okay.
Because the movie is only so-so.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. But there are a few movies that I make the exception for because I like either rented it a lot when I was a kid or whatever the reason is. This is one of those. So I rented this all the time when I was a kid. Orlok, the Armageddon horror film. Yeah, it's not that good, but man, have you guys heard about Julian Sands?
No. The name sounds familiar though.
He's went missing like over a month ago and they never found him. He just went for a hike one day and he went missing. So that sucks. But
was he in something else? Like the name sounds familiar.
Yeah, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
All right, I'll look up.
But he was in something. But anyway, this is the sequel. I used to rent this one all the time. It's got some creative deaths in it, but it's not a great film by any stretch, but it's fun. I also like to pick these up. I like to pick up video game movies based on video games because I can play them at work. I got Tomb Raider and Resident Evil. Although I probably won't work. This is like rated R, so I don't know why I got that one. I got this one in a lot. The lot, some of them might pop up, but this one was in a lot. But I thought it was cool because it's a demo tape. Remember Kazam?
Yeah.
This is like a demo tape that they would send to video stores, like, "Hey, stock our film. It's a $19 million comedy hit." Little Shaq, who is a much better actor than Michael Jordan, might I add.
Well,
in the 90s, it was Shaq or MJ, and MJ may have been the better basketball player, but Shaq was a better actor. He's a Shaqter. Hey, Vern, it's Ernest.
oh,
So
you're still digging up more Ernest.
I will never stop getting Ernest. Are you kidding me? So Ernest had a TV show, ran one season in the late 80s, and a few of the episodes they put on VHS. This is the outer space episode.
From Deke.
Look at that. Great stuff. Haven't watched this one yet. So this is like a BBC Chronicles of Narnia thing. I remember loving Chronicles of Narnia when I was a kid and renting the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I don't remember if I rented the Silverchair. I may have. I haven't watched this one yet. I need to watch it and refresh my memory. I can't remember the quality, but it's this is no joke. 165 minutes. This is this is a heavy tape. Lots of tape there.
165 minutes on one tape?
On one tape, baby. Again, this was in that lot, as well as this little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which, if you listen to the Retro Nonsense podcast, big debate whether or not this is a film or a TV show.
TV special.
Or TV special, yeah, which is different from a film. So where do you guys think?
That's TV special.
Okie dokie.
It's an episode of of a series of Christmas specials.
There's Bill's answer. Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. I've never seen this, but apparently, so this is the American one, which is the can be the more collectible one because it's got like the American soundtrack with Alice in Chains and Silverchair and KMFDM and more. Wildcats. You guys familiar with this cartoon?
No.
Me neither. But this was in that lot.
I just know the Simpsons. Who are we? The Wildcats. Who are we going to beat? The Wildcats. No? All
right. Okay. Oh, look at this one. Little Billy Joel action.
Oh.
So this is a concert film, which, funny enough, they that's what you got on there. This concert was just put on vinyl. It was like one of his newer releases. He doesn't have a lot of live albums, but he just put out a live album, and it's from this concert. Obviously, this is a more condensed version. The concert is longer. But I love this because it's a Hollywood Video rental. It's got the Hollywood Video stuff on it, and I used to work at Hollywood Video, so.
Nice.
You guys get this in Canada?
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Why wouldn't we get that show?
I don't know what you guys get up there.
Yeah. I was not really. I remember that show. It was on opposite Seinfeld, and it made me mental that show was always number one over Seinfeld. I'm like, how are people watching that? Come on,
that's Seinfeld is clearly the winner there.
Seinfeld had to climb over the Home Improvement mountain to get to number one.
I mean, Home Improvement was a big deal. That was a big deal.
It was for some reason. I don't know why.
It's funny, dude. Listen, it's no Seinfeld. I'll give you that. But it's funny. It's funny.
Okay.
It's the same formula every episode.
Yeah, I don't think so, Tim.
Let's go talk to the neighbor.
Yeah,
Find out.
Don't
I
see
mean,
his face.
that's any show. That's any
Randy
show.
shit his pants this week. What are we gonna do, Tim? I don't
Well,
know, but the
wow,
wife's pissed
wow.
off at me. Let's go do a TV show.
Okay, so a while back I picked up a Indiana Jones, the Young Adventures of Indiana Jones,
Yes.
and I liked it. And so I went back to the place. It was at Whammy Analog, and I picked up a couple more. So I was like, I'm curious to watch more. So I got Daredevils of the Desert. I kind of looked up like the top episodes, and so this was one of them. Daredevils of the Desert. I watched this one. It's great. It's got a young Catherine Zeta-Jones. That's her.
Oh, yeah.
And the bad guy in this episode is a young Daniel Craig, James Bond himself.
Wow.
So that was fun. Great episode. It was fun. These are awesome. These are like little movies. They're
where does this take place?
where was this one? This one was in Turkey, maybe?
Yeah. So you got white people playing Turkish people. Is that
I don't know. Catherine Zeta-Jones, is she white? I don't know what she is.
She's Welsh.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then I haven't watched this one yet. I'm excited to watch it though.
Kevin's canceling you.
I got Hollywood Follies.
So one episode per tape.
Yeah. Well, it's like a movie. They're long. It's like an hour and a half.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The episodes are very, very long.
When did this air? Like, I don't remember the show. Like, do you remember the show airing?
It was like in the early 90s, like 92, 93-ish.
Yeah, but where was it? Was it HBO or something?
No, it was on network. I remember seeing it on network.
I don't remember anything for Young Indiana Jones ever. Yeah. And apparently it aired through like the 90s, throughout the 90s. And I'm like, I not once saw anything for this. So
Derek?
They sank a ton of money in it. You can tell because they're like, seriously, go watch an episode. It's insane. Like the budget on these things, they're big.
Yeah, it aired on ABC.
Yeah.
Oh, March 92 to July 93.
Yeah. But they did like 22 episodes or something like that. And each one is like movie length. They basically made 22 movies.
Wow.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
In 1999, the series was re-edited to 22 films under the title The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones. Yeah. So that might be what you have. That's why they're so long.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
see.
I don't know how they would cut it up otherwise, because it's like this is like an episode.
Well, like when it originally aired, it might have been like half-hour chunks, and then they just like part 1, part 2, part 3, and then maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you got? Did anyone watch it? Let us know. How was this presented? Layla, big fan of Madonna, right? Madonna is going on tour this year. Fingers crossed we're going to be able to go see her in LA here in, I think, September. But been prepping. I don't know much about Madonna, so we've been prepping. We got Madonna, Truth or Dare. You ever see this?
Sarah loves it.
It's good.
I've had to buy it for multiple times. I've never seen it.
Sissel and Ebert are right. It's
well, is it a movie or is it a performance?
It's no. They followed her on a tour in like 1990.
Okay.
And
right.
And so you get some performances, and then it'll cut behind it. It's more behind the scenes than it is. So you get like maybe 6 songs.
Yeah.
Very good. And then
Young Indiana Jones, it aired. It was 45-minute. So they probably would take 2 45-minute episodes, combine it into one. There was probably a part 1 and a part 2, combine it into one. There you go. Here's your 90-minute film.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. They got Madonna live from Italy.
See?
Ciao, Italia.
Sicilione. What was her name?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's just Madonna.
Or Ciccione, as Curtis pronounces it.
The Immaculate Collection. This is the music videos. Actually, this is let me show you this. This is this has got the pulled out.
Oh.
Eh?
Fancy.
Yeah. Then you thought the Madonna ended there, but you'd be mistaken because we got Madonna, the girly show, live down under. Mike.
Great.
You know, with all these Madonna possessions you have, I'm starting to think that you are a material boy.
Oh, I'm total material boy. I'm a material boy living in a material world, Kevin.
Wow.
I got Madonna live. This is 85, and I believe this is also got that foldy thing up front. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty cool. So we've been having our VHS date nights, Layla and I, and watching some Madonna. So far, we've watched. I have another Madonna concert video. We've watched that one, and we watched Truth or Dare so far. You guys remember this one?
Yeah. I've never seen it, but I remember the commercials on television.
There is a great moment. You can look it up on YouTube in this, where probably like 15 minutes into the movie, there's he gets his job. He's going to become the nanny for these kids, and he's driving his motorcycle down the road. And there's kind of this little short montage. I'm driving to my new job, sort of thing, and he's driving past like a river or a lake at one point, and in the background you can see a man throwing a dog into the water.
Sure.
like chucking like a black lab into the water.
Yeah.
Look it up. It's hilarious, and it made the cut of the film. It's like just
Dogs can swim.
Of course. A dog, I'm sure the dog is fine, but it's just a funny thing in the background. Like he's sitting there, and like over here, this dude like chucking a dog into the water.
My parents used to do that to our cat all the time because the cat would get into trouble at the cottage. It would get into into a bunch of dirt and all that. So rather than like clean it, they would just throw it in the lake. The cat would swim back.
Probably
fine.
Was the man Chris Roberts? Probably. He hates dogs.
Really?
Don't ever bring up dogs around Chris Roberts.
Okay.
Good to know.
X-Men. Love this. Great.
Yeah.
When it comes to 90s VHS cartoons, the quality of the show is amazing. But man, look at these covers. Like, it does not get much better than this. This is an amazing cover.
Yep.
Comic book art. Like these. This is how you do like a VHS case. These are so awesome.
Are those X-Men? They're Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Is Dr. Doom in that one?
He is Marvel, but that's Fantastic Four.
Oh, no Dr. Doom?
No. Dr. Doom and the Multiverse of Madness. And I mean, come on. Here's another one. Look at that. So good. They got a little comic on the back. Like, what kid wouldn't want this?
Yeah. So the X-Men ones, they didn't come out in clamshells. They came out like that.
Yeah. Great. Screw clamshells.
Yeah, totally.
But, there was another cartoon show in the 90s that
The Tick
had all the kids talking.
The Tick.
You gotta get all the toys. Gotta watch all the episodes. You get on the playground, you miss an episode. Well, you're out because this was the show you had to see. Street Sharks.
Oh.
No.
Awesome. That was the catchphrase. Jawsome. Yeah. But I don't know if you can really see it, but it's got like a shiny cover. It's kind of like a hollow cover. It's very cool.
Those sharks are like moving.
Yeah, we did not allow that in Canada. That is one.
So here's another one that was fun. Goosebumps, the Haunted Mask, but you'll notice this is a little bit different. This you could only get in a clamshell, but this is not a normal one. This is also a demo tape.
Oh no.
So it's nice to have it. This is the only way you can get it in this case is the demo tape.
That's a good pickup.
Never seen a Goosebump.
Me
Never
neither.
read a Goosebump.
I was the perfect age when they were big. I loved them. I loved the show when I was a kid. But it's not very good. I mean, it's cheap. Here's a fun one. Garfield's Halloween Adventure. This was a must have been a rental. It's got the children's sticker up there, and I don't know if you can see this. That Planet Video.
Oh yeah.
Cool thing though, this is from Wisconsin. Planet Video was in Wisconsin. That's where I'm from. Somehow, this Wisconsin rental tape ended up with the Wisconsin boy out here in California. How cool is that though?
I don't remember that one. I remember the Christmas special. We used to watch that every year. But
it's a Halloween special. I watched it a couple weeks ago, but I fell asleep while I was watching it. But you know, he dresses up just like that. He dresses up like a pirate.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
No, I don't. Never seen it.
I loved those Garfield specials when I was a kid.
They got all 5 there.
Yeah,
But
Istanbul.
There's like a couple concert films for the Spice Girls. This is one of them. This is the preferred one in my opinion. But this has some ephemera or sundries, as we like to call it on this show. Couldn't believe it. So I got this off of eBay. So I was sick. I had COVID, right, for about a week. It finally got me, and I was just like addicted to eBay. And I got this. I did best offer. I offered, they had it for like $10. I offered them like 3, and they took it. And I was like, holy crap. And it's great condition, and it's got the poster included.
Whoa.
That's quite a poster.
Careful not to rip that.
And there's
Oh yeah.
Jerry.
Ginger.
Yeah.
Come on. Amazing.
Yeah,
Very
the redhead's
quality.
obviously the top Spice Girl.
I mean, come on. But you thought that was my top pickup? You'd be wrong. You'd be wrong, my friend. Because we
Can't top that.
got a couple more on the way. I know. I was almost saving that for last, but I got a couple more good ones. We got Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
That was a cartoon as well.
Yes,
Oh,
and it's
goodness.
phenomenal. And they had John Kassir was the voice of the Crypt Keeper. It was just like the TV show, but it was cartoon. They had an intro and outro with the Crypt Keeper. Watched this one a couple weeks ago. Phenomenal, great. But so I had COVID, right? And I was on eBay, and Chris Roberts, our friend, we had a discussion a few weeks prior about sometimes you just got to treat yourself. You may have that expensive tape. You don't want to spend money on it, but life's too short. Sometimes you just got to treat yourself. And there was one tape that I had been like, if I was to get rid of all my VHS, this is the one tape I would want to keep and own, because I rented it all the time as I was a kid. I have like very fond memories of it. Yada yada yada. What was it?
Mystic Pizza.
I decided to pull the trigger. It is the Cartoon All-Stars to the rescue. Drugs don't stand a chance.
Oh my God.
This was a television special, half-hour television special, created
I watched it. I remember.
in 1990 that you got all these licensed characters together to do an anti-drug ad, and George C. Scott plays the villainous, like, smoke bad guy. And it was sponsored by Ronald McDonald, and it's great, and
That's everyone.
phenomenal quality. This is a very, very collectible tape. $40 was a steal, and I got it. I think I got it for 40, right? But this routinely goes for $60 to $100 in worst condition. Like 60 is like worst condition. This is like immaculate. This is like brand new. Scooped it up. It was like it was meant to be. The day I decided I'm gonna pull the trigger, I was like, I will pay $60 for it. And it was just like, no, Curtis, you will pay 40 for it. And it's meant to be. But it doesn't end there.
I watched it on YouTube.
I buy it. Remember, I've been showing all these tapes that came in a lot. I said, oh, this one came in Rudolph and Garfield and all that. Well, a couple days later, I saw a lot of cartoon tapes. Sometimes I get the lots, right? Because you get a bunch of stuff, and it's fun. And this lot was $35 or best offer. And I thought, why don't I shoot an offer? So I shot, well, let's do 25. Why not? 25. They accepted it. And lo and behold, what was in this lot? Another one. So
And
now
you didn't see that in the eBay ad, or you did?
I absolutely saw it. That's why I got it. And I was like, this is even cheaper. This is even cheaper. They must not know what they have. So I got 2. I told Chris about it, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna save one of those for me, right? You gotta put that in the old Chris box."
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like. I'm debating whether or not this is gonna go. And he's like, "Well, yeah. Who got you that TV? Who got you that VCR?" Oh, one last thing I want to mention. I don't have it here because I hooked it up. I was going to show it if we did like the collectors 2 months ago when we were playing on it, but I finally was like, screw it. I'm hooking it up. I got VCR with the HDMI out.
Yes.
And you know how I got that? Here's a story for you. We do e-waste at the store I work at.
Oh, man.
And somebody came in and was like, hey, I got some video game stuff to e-waste. Do you mind if I drop it off? And I was like, yeah, go for it. He's like, I got some other stuff too. You mind? And I was like, sure, bring it all in. What was in there? VCR with HDMI out. And I was like, huh.
Geez, that means of the 3 of us, I'm the only sucker that's actually paid money for theirs.
I was like, let's test it out and see if it works. Perfect. And how much did I pay for it, Bill?
Yeah. 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 Well, I have 2 of them, so there.
I got one. I forgot I do have a VHS tape that I did buy. If you believe it or not. Well, give me a second. I'll go get it for you.
Well, heck yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So much
Here
for
we go.
VHS.
The finale, the grand finale. What's it going to be?
Oh,
Bill, you got to guess. It's probably like an AC/DC tape or something. He didn't hear. I had to guess. What would he get?
No,
Burt
Reynolds.
AC. It's probably Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. Did yours come with the remote control, Curtis?
No.
Oh. They do come up on eBay because I kept an eye looking for a remote for a long time because the remote's the only way to dub.
But
has the dubbing
DVD
button.
side.
What?
The DVD side has a DVD burner.
Right, but you need the remote with the dubbing button to get the.
I can
Anyways,
get the.
They are on eBay if you keep your eye out. The remote. That's what I'm telling you.
I like when I get them for free, Bill. I don't know about you. I like when somebody just gives it to me.
You did well. I think you did great.
So I'm not a VHS collector, but I did see this out there. Do you guys have any guesses what it?
I think we said Burt Reynolds.
I was guessing like an AC/DC tape or Burt Reynolds. Are we in the ballpark?
It is a Burt Reynolds movie. It's a Burt Reynolds movie that I've never seen on DVD or on Blu-ray or any other format. There is a DVD of it, but it's in like one of those collection things. You know what? They just have a whole bunch of movies of the same genre. The genre is romantic comedy, I believe.
Is it the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas?
It's a good guess. Bill, do you have a guess? What it might be?
That would be a good one to put on a
Smokey and the Bandit 5.
100% that you guys will never. I doubt you guys have even heard of this movie, but it's actually really good, and it's called Best Friends with Burt Reynolds and Goldie Hawn.
Yikes!
That.
Wow, Goldie Hawn.
Poor Goldie.
So yeah, it's a good movie. They're writers. And they have writer's block. They're trying to come up with like the next angle to their story. So they're a couple, and they go home to their hometown for the holidays. And Mrs. Roper, I can't remember her name. She plays one of the moms, and Jessica Tandy's in this as well. And it's a charming little movie. And I watched it on TCM a couple of years ago. And haven't been able to find it. And there it was. I went into the Valley Village here in Sudbury, and it was funny. Like I went to go look at the CDs and the music is like right beside the VHS, and there was like 4 or 5 people all gathered around the VHS, all looking, trying to find some VHS. I'm like, man, this is insane. This VHS collecting. I don't get it at all. And I'm just like looking at them at the side of my eye while I'm looking at the CDs. I'm not really finding anything. All of them leave eventually. None of them buy anything. I'm like, what a bunch of saps. And I go.
What a bunch of suckers.
And I go and I look at the VHS and there was Best Friends sitting right there. I'm like, God damn it. I'm going to buy a VHS tape. Not even Sarah could, like, she looked at it. She's like, you're going to buy that? I'm like, I can't find anything else. Okay. If you don't have it on anything else, I guess. So there you go. There you go. I'm part of the VHS team with my one tape.
Beauty. Is it from a rental store or anything? Any cool stickers on it?
No, it's got the Canadian PG sticker on it. That's about it.
Chris Roberts would hate that.
Oh, I don't care. Anything he hates, that's what I like.
That's a good motto to live by.
Yeah. He hates it. That makes it even better because he doesn't want it in his collection. So it can come to mine.
Wow. So you're displaying that with the rest of your Bert stuff?
Yeah, it's beside my Smokey and the Bandit Funko Pops. Yeah, it's right there.
Good stuff.
We've been that's something I've noticed people have started dumping is their Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Right next to the store that I work at is a Funko Pop store, and they get trades and stuff. And I have been seeing people with like bins of Funko Pops.
Yeah, they'll fall out of favor, and then in 20 years, hey, remember collecting those? We should go find those again, and they'll be valuable again.
See, they need to be done. They need to stop making them, and then people care.
Yeah, or it could go like the Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies never came back.
No.
But it was a bunch of old ladies that collected those.
The thing about Beanie Babies is they didn't have like Funko Pops are licensed characters, so people have more nostalgia because it's like, oh, Star Wars, whatever.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Beanie Babies was its own thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it hurt a lot of people. A lot of people lost their shirts with Beanie Babies.
Good.
Yes. Very good.
Well, I don't collect Funko Pops for an investment. There's no other Smokey and the Bandit merchandise out there, and they look good. So I say, what the heck? Why not get that? And it makes me happy to see it on the shelf.
A single one of them. It's the one thing.
Yeah, we got a bunch. I like them. Like ZZ Top, where nobody's making any ZZ Top things. ZZ Top Funkos. That's cool. I like it.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get the rest of the panel on today. So,
hey, I'm just happy we were able to get together and do a show.
Yeah.
We will see you guys in July. Check out
once every 6 months.
Not so. I still have stuff I could be showing here that will not be put away for a couple of months again. So.
Bill, we don't need to see your phones. Just put them away.
You need standalone videos for the phones, you're saying?
Oh, yeah. And this was directed by Norman Jewison, Canadian director.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, this was a good movie. I don't know why. It says it right there. Norman Jewison film.
It is so weird that some movies just disappear out of the lexicon.
And
no matter how good they were. Like Kevin, I sent you a movie yesterday that movie is top shit. And I'd never heard of it.
Yeah, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, man. That movie is, of course, they did remake it, but still, that movie's kind of
like Kevin. What you did is great because that's a good thing that collecting VHS can be used for. Is like discovering these movies you've never heard of with well-known stars. Like you like Burt Reynolds, you see something you never heard of. Pick it up, give it a watch. You never know. You might.
Well, I did watch it on TCM already, so I did see it already.
What I'm saying, not everyone has TCM.
I don't have TCM now either, but
we're not all made of airports like you, where we can afford TCM.
Yes.
I just added TCM to my package. I'd missed it for a while.
Yeah, they do have a streaming service, but it's not here. It's only in the States.
Yeah, I wish they had that.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Add it to the Amazon block of stuff you have to pay for.
Yeah.
Okay, is that all we got? Should we end it? You guys happy?
Let's go on a high note.
Okay. Burt Reynolds high note.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Derek, for joining us. Our one viewer. No, we had other
Yeah, a
guys.
couple.
Bill from Toronto popped in. Deke, get better.
Yes.
Enjoy that open artery.
The euphoria.
And yeah, guys, thanks everyone for joining us. You hit the like, hit the subscribe, see what else is coming. We're gonna get some more stuff back on this channel. I know the assets of my time have been going to midnight is flashing, but this channel is gonna get some stuff still. Don't worry, there's stuff coming. Lots of stuff in the pipeline. It's coming. Kevin, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me. Good times.
You wanna plug anything?
Nah, I'm not doing anything now.
Retro Fandango, check him out.
Oh yeah, I do that. Yeah, we're actually going to be recording on Friday if Richard remembers, and he usually does.
Curtis, go check out his Instagram because he's putting up top-notch comedy stuff, action there from his archives. I take it.
Yeah.
So it's fun seeing that stuff. I appreciate that.
Thanks for watching.
That is it Curtis Friesel Instagram or is it girlfriend Instagram that stuff?
No, it's Curtis Friesel. Yeah.
There you go. Go check that out. All right, everybody. See you next time. That's it.
Bye.
See ya.